Now we've reached day 2 of Heroes Con here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Lindsay and I had quite a few things to do. We had a bunch of comics to get signed. We carried around in this little purse that Lindsay made out of a t-shirt of a Cylon toaster head. And she didn't make that print, by the way. It's an old t-shirt. And our itinerary was get stuff signed, and this bag got heavier and heavier throughout the day because we were also buying shit too. And this is pretty much what we were able to do. We let's see, I fortunately wanted to get a whole bunch of people that didn't get too much crowding, but I was passionate about, with the exception of one guy, two guys actually. Let's see, I'm a big fan of Michael Golden's work. And I love this Marvel Fanfare issue that he did. The art in it is just astounding. And I knew he was going to be here, so I had him sign it. This issue was the first issue I got of Strangers in Paradise from Terry Moore, so I wanted him to sign that. And let's see, we got to Tim Sale's desk at a pretty good time actually this morning, so we weren't that far back in line. This is my favorite issue of Spider-Man Blue. I think it's just stunning, and asked him to sign it. My rule, basically personal rule, I don't think this should be a rule for everybody, but when I have somebody sign something, I want them to sign something that I think is a fairly personal choice, something I really like that belongs to them. I remember reading that Peter David said once that it astounds him that every show someone brings him something to sign that he didn't even work on, which is amazing to me. I assume maybe a lot of people bring Hulks that other people worked on, and they think, well, you worked on Hulk, could you sign this? You know, not thinking that, you know, hey, he didn't create the character. Also, Rick Leonardi, I like his work a lot. He did, let's see, this is James Jean cover, by the way, but you know, he did the interiors here of Batgirl number 50, and yeah, I thought about bringing maybe some of his better-known work, like Spider-Man 99, 2099, but I really liked this particular issue. So we, and there was a couple of things I wanted to get Adam Hughes' signature, but he was busy working on a piece for charity, so I kept hitting his table over and over again. He still wasn't there, so I wasn't able to get him. Maybe tomorrow. And then we got, I found an old Justice League issue, and I found Spawn 200 at $4, so it's not too bad. I bought it at cover price. Excellent. And yesterday, we took the Kill Shakespeare Challenge from the creators of Kill Shakespeare. We bought their little dollar reprint, and he said, bet you'll be back tomorrow to pick this up. You mean this? Yeah. We came back. Actually, Lindsay and I both loved it, so we kind of chipped in, so we now share this book. And we not only bought that, but we bought issues, what, 7 through, what is this, 11? So I'll be reviewing these later, actually, on the show. Haven't had a chance to read these yet, but I'm pretty excited to. And I got to see Matt Fraction at the Fear Itself panel, and he's a very entertaining speaker. I actually had a feeling he might be. And he's a very cool guy. He signed this for me after the show. Not after the show, after the panel. And he wrote in bold letters, Justin! Like Bucky Cap is screaming it. And probably my coolest experience at the signatures was Chris Robinson, who co-created iZombie. And this is my particular favorite issue of the series for the most part, is issue 4. I really like this one, so I chose this to sign. And here's the coolest thing. I walked up for him to sign it, and he looks at me, and he goes, hey, you're the guy on YouTube. No shit. He'd seen my reviews of iZombie, and he recognized me. That was pretty exciting, I have to say. I haven't been recognized for YouTube in person anywhere on the street or at a con, and who notices but, you know, a pro, so that's pretty awesome, I think. And thank you Chris, for being such a cool guy and really great writer. And he signed, of course, this issue for me. And I did promise I was going to give a mini review to Fear itself. And this does kind of keep in step with the rest of the series. It's building block after block of like a major story, and pretty big character apparently dies at the end. I'm sure you already know who I'm talking about, but just in case you haven't, I'm going to save it. We got a whole bunch of shit going crazy. I mean, Betty is trying to keep hold of the Hulk, and the Avengers have to come in. Of course, Washington's getting torn up. And Captain America is feeling very frustrated. I mean, excuse me, Steve Rogers is feeling really frustrated that he is on the sidelines in this, and he isn't an office guy. He isn't that kind of soldier. And also the scene between Odin and Thor is quite good, where Odin wants to prove to Thor that he's right by throwing him into the fray. It's a really cool scene, and he discussed at the panel becoming a parent himself has really influenced his writing on Odin. Actually, I can definitely see it now that I've heard him talk about that. This is really good. I'm going to give this issue 5 RAM chips. I've been liking this series a lot. I think it's getting overshadowed slightly by the DC Flashpoint. But I wouldn't recommend turning your back on this. I think this is a fairly entertaining crossover event. I think that's it for now. We got one more show to do, and I'm going to try and maybe buy some other comics and maybe see if I can get some pictures with me with some cosplayers. We tried a little bit of that today, but hopefully maybe I'll be able to make a video of some of the shots I put together. So I think that's it for tonight, so push the button, Lindsay.